So welcome back to the channel. If you are watching this, this is the eponymous Penny's mum on my YouTube channel and Instagram. Penny's mum runs. So I promised you a little video about my experience using the Sis Go last night for my mid-distance run. I'd originally planned to do 7 miles. I decided to do 8. Game plan was to do it by the book. I took a gel 30 minutes prior whilst I was driving to the trailhead, and then I took 2 more during the run, so every 30 minutes. Couple of things I liked about the gel was it wasn't all that sweet, which I appreciated. I used to take the Kuma gels, which I liked, but they were very, very flavorful. And I don't know, after a while, I was just like, ugh, I just don't want anything sweet in my mouth. That's what she said, right? Anyway, wow, how to say you're a millennial without actually saying you're a millennial. So yeah, they weren't that sweet, and they were just slightly flavored. So I think next time I'm going to see if I can get, I don't know whether the Sis Go do a neutral flavor. I know they do in the Sis Beta, and so I might try that next time. Also, the Beta versus the Go has more carbs, and I think it's a 1 to 0.8 ratio of glucose to fructose. So I may try that next time. Anyway, enjoy some little moments from my 8-miler last night. I'll give you a quick recap of how everything went afterwards. Enjoy. Drills to warm up, and I'm about to get going. I'm probably gonna have to pee soon, so we'll see. I'm gonna do a little 5-minute warm up, and then the goal is to do 2 miles at easy, 2 miles at tempo, every 2 miles at easy, and then 2 miles at tempo, maybe with a little bit of threshold, and we'll see how it goes. Feeling pretty good. Turning back towards the car to meet my husband for the last 4 miles. It was getting kind of dusky and I didn't bring my mace, so, you know, running muddy. Last 2 miles. I guess my husband wasn't there when I got to the 4-mile point, so hopefully I'll meet him on the way back, because it is a, whoops, I can't turn the camera on. Beautiful sunset. All right, see you on the other side. Kisses. Mwah. Let's go. Okay, that's 8 miles done. Yeah, felt good. Have a look at the splits afterwards, but finished, did the last 2 miles at tempo with some threshold thrown into that, and then kind of did a really nice last like quarter mile, a little bit over, like kind of kick finish, really picked up the pace and kind of did like a really fast, not sprint, but approximating a very fast run at the end. How do you do, babe?
Good. I mean, I ran half as long as you did and still beat me. I said I ran half as long as you did. You're not half as long as you did, and you still beat me. But it was fun meeting up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do some stretching and do a little walk. You can stretch with me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that's that. By the way, excuse the driving video right now. I am focusing on the road, which is why I'm not looking at you. Also excuse the manicure. My Penny did my nails. But I am actually on my way to take and then teach two back-to-back yoga classes, and I am running late, so I am going to be flying in hot, but that just seems to be my default right now. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I feel like I maybe felt a difference in fact, I know I felt a difference with the gels. Like I said, I used to use Huma, but it was kind of, I was super green to all of this. I hadn't really done my research, and it was just kind of like the wild west. And I didn't adequately fuel the last marathon I did, which actually after I did that in 2017, I actually didn't run for like 2 or 3 years afterwards, because the whole thing was just such a mess. I was raising money that time for ovarian cancer research, as my best friend passed from ovarian cancer in 2017. And so I was raising money for that. So I think I finished that just like out of pure bloody spite, honestly, and just hell-bent and determined not to let her down as well. But anyway, I digress. So I did the proper kind of like recommended carb intake, so 30 minutes before the run, and then I took 2 gels during the run every 30 minutes, and I felt good, and they settled really well. Obviously I was nervous about stomach issues. Justified self-disclosure, I am on a course of antibiotics right now, and my stomach has been less than great as a result this week, so I was very nervous, but it was fine. They were great. They settled really well. Didn't feel sick. You know, they're an isotonic, so they're by design meant to be more gentle on your GI tract. So yeah, it went well, felt really good. I checked out my paces afterwards, which I'll pop up. The plan was 2 miles easy, 2 miles tempo, 2 miles easy, and then 2 miles tempo, maybe kind of finishing with some threshold at the end there. I accidentally picked up a little too much in the second mile, and ended up running 1 mile easy, 3 miles at tempo, but I felt really good. I felt really strong, and then I was able to really kind of push the finish, which felt really good. Like I was able to do like a kick finish, and really kind of push it up to threshold, and then really kind of knocked it out of the park right there at the end. It was nice running with my husband. Glad I did, because it was pretty dark when we finished. It's one of the, you know, ugly truths about running as a woman is that you are setting yourself up in a very vulnerable position. When I'm running on my own, I usually carry mace with me. I hadn't brought it with me yesterday, so my husband agreed to meet me kind of toward the tail end of the run when it was getting dark, so I wasn't running in the dark on my own. But that was really fun, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, still obsessed with my shoes. I will tell you why in the next video. So yes, that's about it. We'll be doing a long run next week when we are at our Hilton Head house. It's my favorite place to run because it's super flat. You know, it's at sea level, so, you know, actually slightly below sea level, I think, just a wee bit. Which is really nice. So, you know, no problems with the altitude. Not that we have any altitude issues in bloody Georgia, but you know what I mean. Anyway, and then yeah, some new gear coming next week from Sprints. If you are unfamiliar with Sprints, they're an amazing running gear brand. They do some really cool designs, you know, kind of for like, you know, it's for runners like me, like solid middle to lower third of the pack runners. This is not, you know, this is not the brand for, I mean, elite athletes could wear it, but it certainly doesn't kind of make itself precious and it's only for like super elite athletes. This is for everyday athletes and I love it. Cool design. So I've got some gear coming from them. If you're interested in checking out Sprints, you can go to www.getsprints.com and use my promo code, which is PMR 2026. So that's P like Penny, M like Mum, R like Runs 2026 to get $5 off your order. I'll give you the lowdown of what I've bought. I have a pair of pickle pants coming, which I'm quite excited about. And then of course, don't forget to donate to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, for whom I am raising money there for the Chicago Marathon. So I'm running the Chicago Marathon to raise money for them. Links and everything will be in the bio. I'll throw a little Chiron up here at the end. And yeah, happy travels, guys. Take care. Bye.